So I want to be kind of quick and just share an anecdote over 3 different parts of my life that to me pertains to the Most Valuable Performer Awards. So when I was 10 years old, I was sitting at the sideline on the bleachers of the Glastonbury High School varsity soccer team. That was the high school I went to, and I was 10 years old, sitting there with my teammates, my little travel soccer teammates. I had the captain band on my arm, but it was too big for my biceps, so I had to safety pin it on. And we were just in heaven watching the 17 and 18-year-old soccer players. There was no one cooler than the Glastonbury High School varsity soccer team. There was no team harder to make. Once you did make the team, if you did, getting playing time was another story. Every loose ball, they were just full of ferocity and fight, and all of us just wanted to be them. And then 12 years later, I was 22, and I was back on that same sideline on the bleachers of the same field. And this time, the high school soccer coach had called me back because I was back in town, and he wanted me to come speak to his team about my experiences in London and at the Olympics. And so I got there, and I was talking to the high school varsity soccer team, and was really excited to be with them, just because of my childhood and growing up idolizing them. And I talked to them for a bit, and told them that how special it was for me to be talking to them, because I had grown up idolizing them, and they don't realize that people really look up to them. And they were listening to me and hearing things I was saying, but I could tell that they were just so shocked that people look up to them, because as a senior in high school soccer player, you're looking up to the players in the state who are better than you, or you're looking up to the best soccer players in the world, or whoever they look up to. And they weren't really thinking about people looking up to them. And then fast forward one more year, I was 23, and I was coming off the worst season I've ever had in track. And I had some health issues and really couldn't train at a good level. Couldn't really do any workouts, just all I could handle was easy runs. So I was coming back from easy run with my buddy Nick Aguila, and we got back to his house, and all I really wanted to do was just go to Baskin Robbins and get a big mint chocolate chip batty milkshake. And so we got to his house, and he goes over to his blender, which was a good start. I was excited about that. But he just starts throwing in all this green stuff. I think it was spinach, then he throws in kale, then he throws in Swiss chard. I had never heard of Swiss chard. And then natural peanut butter where the oil's on the top and peanut butter's on the bottom, to mix it in. It's just the most healthy blender full of disappointing healthy food I've ever seen. And it was no mint chocolate chip milkshake, but it was refreshing, because I had forgotten what dedication really looked like. And it was nice to be reminded what it looked like. It wasn't nice to be reminded what it tasted like. But Nick wasn't some great runner. Nick wasn't setting the world on fire. But just seeing his dedication and what he brought to running every day really inspired me. And I've never told Nick this, but he's an inspiration to me. And often when I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my day and how I want to be a better runner or a more productive person, I think about things like that, and how everyone can do it. And so Nick, to me, was what the Glastonbury High School varsity boys soccer team was to little Donnie Cabral as a 10-year-old. And that was really special to me. And I think that's important, because if everyone treats him or herself as someone who is a role model to somebody, whether or not we know it, that's the way that we get the most out of ourselves. And if everyone holds him or herself accountable, and if everyone does that in the team, then the team's going to have even more success than the amazing results it's had this year. And so with that, I'd like to present the Most Valuable Performer Award